What is up, guys? This is AP5 coming at you with my HBL Season 1 Week 3 matchup versus Esso and the Drunk Birds. Thank God, it's taken me about 7 tries to get that right tonight. It is way too late. By the way, undefeated up to this point through 2 weeks. Esso also was undefeated. Esso's a very good friend of mine. We've been hanging around since Season 1 of the NPDA. He's the co-founder of the HBL and the co-owner. Good guy, good guy. Never really sure if he's drunk or not, but nonetheless, gonna get into the team preview real quick. He's got an interesting squad. The top three are scary, and after that, it's just kind of a bunch of question marks. But you know, Cube and the Shrimp, and then of course Deoxys. You never know what's gonna happen with those three. Lots of potential for setup and Scarf there. And he actually brought the Deoxys defense offensive in week 2, which is something I would never have thought of, bringing a mon that literally has defense in its name, set up with the calm mind. But, you know, Esso is as Esso does, so I'm going to go ahead and hop into the team composition real quick. So, from the moment I set eyes on his team, my first instinct was get Chomp in versus Deoxys, click sub, then start clicking Sword Stance. Because, I mean, if you look at that squad, there's really nothing that can outpace Garchomp outside of Swallow or something with a Scarf or a Gear after a D-Dance. And those are mostly solved with a substitute if I've got one up. So that's the goal, is to sit there in front of Deoxys. I can't break my sub with Seismic DOS. Just set up and win. I don't see any way that wouldn't work, So that was my plan. Also brought Scarf Lele again because Lele is an awesome Scarfer and I'm loving using it. It's got not the best coverage in the world. I really wish it got, I don't know, some fire coverage, even something simple. Flamethrower would be great. So I wouldn't have to run Focus Blast. But nonetheless, it does damage. I like it. Heat Rain came along more as a meme bring than anything. Just a nice throwback to NPDA Season 2 where I 6-0'd Esso with a Heat Tran that had one attacking move. Good times. Tran's just kind of here to deal with the Darm because even though I've got Chomp there, and as you see, the Porygon back here, Darm just scares me. That thing does so much damage. And I have to play Galarian Darm in week 4, so that's great. But Tran's there with the Shuckaberry to spread Toxics and allow me to switch into Darm. Pivot out on that thing. Can also help deal with Kyurem a lot. The Flash Cannon, I'm pretty confident. It may not have been a one-shot, but it did a lot of damage. Then we got Weavile coming to his first game. Note the Focus Ash counter play for Gyarados. I thought it was clever. Kind of just here to be fast and annoying. Vappy's back again. Wish passing and toxic spreading. Another switch into Gyarados if it starts to set up or anything. And then Zatu's coming along as well for his first game. Magic Bounce plus Defog, just in case. I mean, you see the Fortress and you see the Deoxys, and you just know Esso's going to try and get the hazards up there. So I want to try and make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah, that's the squad I brought. And from the moment I saw Team Preview, it should have occurred to me that this man brought Fortress and Deoxys. Deoxys D, which is known for setting up hazards. He brought that and Fortress, which literally does one thing, set up hazards. However, it just didn't occur to me that Esso, the madman that he is, brought offensive Deoxys 2 weeks in a row. So I didn't even think. I just clicked Sword Stance. I didn't even notice the call of mine. I just clicked Sword Stance, then clicked Sword Stance again. If I had Earthquake right there, I'd have been fine. would have been a 2-hit KO, and I'd have been off to the races. But no, I leave it up to chance, don't get the roll, and Chunk goes down. So there's basically my entire plan just gone. Bring in Lele for the easy revenge kill, because at least Deoxys is pretty much dead at this point. He goes at the Fortress, good switch on his part. Lele does a nice chunk. Go out to Zatu to catch the Stealth Rock. Figured he'd switch, so Toxic, unfortunately for me, he stays in. He gets the rocks out. And go for the U-turn. Break into the Heatran, and he goes up full switch. I really didn't bring anything from a champ, and it does a great job against my team. I don't know what I could have really brought to minimize the damage it did, but there really wasn't all that much. So Vappy goes down. So now it's a 6v4, and I'm just kind of, not feeling it. Lele comes in, scares up the champ. Really good damage on the Fortress. Fortress is gone. It's great. The one thing that could really stop Lele from running through him, he brings in the Swallow. He did not know I was scarfed, and unfortunately for him, he pays the price. I'm fairly confident that crit didn't matter, unless he had a lot of investment. Now right here, for some reason, he decides to not Mega Evolve, which I figured, would be the play. I do not know why he didn't. Maybe he just forgot to, but he goes for the D-Dance, and this is another one of those moments where I'm just coming out of retirement, and I'm not thinking straight when it comes to battles. So Gyarados is slow compared to Lele. It doesn't meet it. But it never occurred to me that Scarf Lele outsped +1 Gyarados. If I click U-turn right here, go out to Lele, I just win. Deoxys is at 9%. I'm fairly confident I will OHKO champ from this range. Kyurem's a 2-hit KO. And I think I one-shot the Gyarados, I don't know for sure. But a U-turn would have definitely put it in range of Moonblast killing. But instead I clicked Toxic, because I completely forgot Lele outspeeds. So Gyarados picks up a kill. I bring in the Weavile. At least I'll get the counter tech off, right? No, Esso chooses to manipulate RNG once again and flinches my Weavile, so I don't get to show off my fun counter at least. Again, at any point I could have just brought Lele in and killed this thing, but for whatever reason my smooth brain was like, nope, he clicked Dragon Dance, he outspeeds everything. So, Gyarados goes down to the Toxic. Heatran manages to get a little bit of chip in on the champ, who promptly just wrecks it. And at this point, it's game. Lele comes in, clicks Moonblast 5 times and wins. So, or 4 times. Yeah, still undefeated. It's up to debate as to whether or not I should be at this point. Got a couple of really difficult games coming up at this point. About 4 or 5 games in a row against opponents who are having really good seasons. And just kind of scared me in general. But overall, not feeling too bad about this. I may have just traded something. We'll go over that in week 4's video, but feeling pretty good about where I'm at. Pesky would disagree, but Pesky's a killjoy, so it doesn't matter what he thinks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week.